Hello, I'm Zorak. So today I'm going to be continuing part 2 from the first video that I made when I was drawing Taiju. And I'm starting with Taiju again because I wanted to fix his eye a little. I wasn't really satisfied as what it was like. I thought maybe if I could, as I'm working on it, I'll do a little bit of a fix because I took a bit of a break, and when I got back into it I had a really good look at it. And then I thought to myself, it needs a bit of fixing. So it was just a quick little thing. And after I was done with Taiju, doing some little touch-ups, darkening some spots, I decided to then continue on and go on with drawing Senku. So I'm starting off with the face, so then I can draw the hair over. And then on the other video when I drew Senku, I did the hair first and then the face, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I wanted to experiment a bit and see how that'll work. So after I'm done with the mouth, I'll move on to the nose, and then I'll do the eyes. The ears are not very well seen, so I'll go over them and get them a little darker so I can somewhat tell where they're at. So as I was drawing the eye, and I kept drawing it and erasing it again and again because I couldn't tell something's going on with it. It seems like it's not really working out, something's wrong. And then I took a closer look at it, and I realized it should be a little lower. And then I fixed it and I put it a bit lower than where it's at, so then it would look a bit better. After I noticed what the issue is, I just went on, finished up the eye, and after that I went on to do the other eye, which was easier to deal with because the other one was already set at a good place where I wanted it to be. So this drawing actually, when I finished it, I was actually quite satisfied. There will be a part 3 to do the shading and any other details that I want to add. I'm thinking of posting it tomorrow. If it's not gonna get posted tomorrow, then a drawing of either Zoro or Luffy can be expected to be uploaded. I might also get to drawing a Naruto character, or maybe something else that may get suggested for me to draw. I really like the art style of Dr.stone, so I might actually do more drawings because I like how the style is, but I also want to try other things that I can draw. See maybe if I like something else, or maybe even if I could mix in some more of my style, because I'm trying to develop my own. Probably one of the things that I like the most that Boichi does for this kind of art style that he draws with is that the characters, like, you could tell that they're like scrawny or like skinny, or maybe they're like big guys, but he still knows how to draw like the muscle proportions and make them look really good and like well cut. Now other art styles that I've seen, when the characters are drawn, if the person's like skinny, he will only look like that. He'll look very simple. He won't have these muscle details, but I think it really puts a little more realism, and it makes the drawing more interesting when the characters actually have like more on them, like very good, like noticeable detail, especially the way that Boichi does it. Although I would say maybe the characters' faces, the way he draws them, looks somewhat cutesy in a way. Even though like they look angry here, but you can still tell they look a little cuter than like some other style of like faces drawn. Even when the other characters look angry, they won't look the same way. I was also considering maybe making a part 4, but it would be all about me coloring it in. But since I'm just learning, I'm not familiar with how to color things very well, especially with like markers that I just got. They're really nice. But I am spending time to learn how to color, and hopefully I can apply that to art. But I also enjoy having like pencil drawing, like traditional stuff, because it just looks really nice. So later, once I get more experience with coloring, I might have half of my art colored and then another half all pencil drawn. In the background, I'm gonna start drawing. There's gonna be like a few other characters, so I'm drawing this, 3 actually. So Taiji, Senku, and then 3 background characters that I want to apply. So this is what I'm getting done right now. I'm drawing on the girls. And then I believe there should be one more girl that I'll draw a bit below her, and she'll be all curled up, and another one at the top. When I was finishing them up, at first, like the way they look like normal girls, but when I was finishing them up, I started adding the cracks, and they slowly started looking more and more like rocks. I'll also have them like a background for the characters. You guys can probably see I sort of started it where the girl is coming out of. It's like a big mountain sort of background on one. I think I also have some trees there. I'll get that in there to make it look more interesting. But these kind of drawings are much more time consuming and harder to make than regular portrait character drawings. So the usual character drawings I would make, I would be able to make 1 or maybe even 2 if I would have spent with them as long of a time as I was spending with these. You'll also see here I'm pulling out my phone. I'm chatting with one of my friends, and he's checking out what I'm doing. As I do my work, I like to either listen to music or to just talk to people. Listening to podcasts is also very interesting to do for me. I can do those as I draw. You guys might have noticed that I went from drawing above at the very bottom, so I'm drawing Senku's pants, his belt, because when I was drawing at the top, I kind of felt like something was missing at the bottom. I took a closer look and I was like, alright, Senku's not done. Finish up his pants, so that's what I did. I also drew the little border lines, so then it'd be easier to tell how we're going to end. That's what I did. I'll also do it at the top at some point. I'll draw it on the line. Finally, I already started drawing the second girl. So I'm just doing her arm, and then it was a little bit difficult with the pencil to get into the smaller details, like how I wanted to get in the little corners and places. It's kind of tedious to work with, but I figured it out. So since I finished her, now I'm gonna move on to the next thing, and I'm gonna start working on the other girl that's a little behind. Alright, I drew her neck a little too small at first, so I was fixing it up as I was drawing, and I'll also fix her right arm a little once as I keep drawing. You got some little details on her. I'll be going back and forth with the characters and adding some details at times. Like for example here I'm adding more detail to make the girls look more like they're made out of stone. Now that I finished that up with the girls, I'm going back to Senku, adding a bit more detail because it would just make it look nicer if I add more like the hair strands. Gives it more of a depth into the drawing. going over the lines also, really like darkening them, making the drawing pop out more. I believe that makes it look better, so I'm trying to do that right now to really make it look much better, since it all looks very very light drawn. It doesn't really pop out everything that I have drawn on, and I think it looks really nice right now. So I'm gonna finish up with Taiju, and that's about where I'm done with the characters. If you have guys enjoyed watching this, make sure to subscribe. That lets me know you want one. And also liking and especially commenting really helps out. Lets me know for me to make more. See you guys next time. Bye.